Need a beer helmet.
All right. Yeah. I want to thank Jason Boardman for letting us do this here at the Pilot Light. Jason and his club have been responsible for producing more space poop than the Starship Enterprise. And thanks to everybody here that showed up. This is a hell of a crowd, man. It's got to sting, Ian, that there's more people that show up. So you get made fun of than come to see your band. I've been telling people about this roast for a little while now, and they keep asking, you know, why Ian? Why does he get the honor of being roasted? And I tell them, he's the easiest target. I've known Ian since we were 15 years old, and every day of his life is a roast. Back when when Ian was about 16 years old, I was around for when he got to meet his biological father, Booker from Revenge of the Nerds. Ian's still basically the same guy he was back then, though, with one exception. Every year his pants keep getting tighter and tighter, and inexplicably, you keep seeing more and more of his plumber crack.
Yeah. Saw the other night. Saw it again.
Ian's pants are so tight. You could play connect the dots with his ass pimples. I mean, I've heard of nut huggers, but Ian's balls have asthma. It's got to really freak out all the parents when you go in to buy those pants at Oshkosh Bagage. What about Ian's jacket, right? I was trying to come up with a joke about his jacket, and then I realized everything about his jacket. I was there when his mom brought it to him on his birthday, and I thought, oh wow, this is embarrassing. He's gonna have to wear this jacket that his mom thinks is cool, that looks like a cross between Thriller and uniforms from those shitty X-Men movies. But then it turned out that Ian picked out the jacket himself. And that was the biggest shocker of all. Okay. What else we got here? If the inside of that jacket holds even a quarter of Ian's body odor, I imagine it smells like the Bog of Eternal Stench from the movie Labyrinth, which I think is probably like a rotten grapefruit that somebody took a shit on. Get off your fingers. Hold on. Ian works at Nama Seafood, sushi place. And you know, it's bad when you work around raw fish and the people complain that you're the one that stinks. All right, now I'm not even gonna talk about Ian's teeth because I've heard Josh Walensky's act, and that's pretty much all he's got. Let's move on to Ian's music. Ian Lawrence's contribution to the Knoxville music scene has been immeasurable because they don't make rulers that short. Your first band was the Malignmen.
What's up, Grand Slam?
That was the worst Misfits ripoff since the new Misfits. You had a lot of fans, though. People came from all the way as far as Seymour to see you play. Trouble is, all your fans were complete morons. Your friends were so moronic. How do I put this? Mike Jewell is a fan, the guy with the... Next, you had to cheat. You had to cheat. That's an appropriate name.
You're also.
I want to see you guys play, and I want my money back. I didn't even pay for your record, and I feel cheated. Actually, this was a pretty good band. And then Ian joined. Yeah. But you guys did grow. You drew a pretty good crowd. But I can't help but think that if you didn't have a big set of titties bouncing behind the drum set, you would have had more of a crowd like Fletcher's band Art Order or the Burning Itch now. Yeah. No, but a lot of people were really upset when this band broke up. But however, more people were upset when Julia Hungerford's attempt to run the band's tour van off a cliff left Ian Lawrence still alive and unshaken. I would have settled for him to be paralyzed from the neck down, or lost the use of his arms or legs, or his arms or hands so that he couldn't play bass anymore. Even if all his teeth had been knocked out, it still would have been a physical improvement. But Ian survived and went on to form the Burning Itch. Courageous of you to name the band after symptoms of your own chlamydia. Not a lot of Knoxville bands can say that they've toured Europe. The Burning Itch is no exception. 2 shows in the UK and smoking weed in Amsterdam with the Big Daddy hardly constitute a tour. But I see a bright future on the horizon for you. In 13 years, you could be Johnny Hicks. Still hitting on 20-year-old women and using up more black hair dye than Locke Salon. Or you could be like Bill Henderson, a reclusive, pot-smoking punk rock grandpa.
That guy's awesome.
Of course, wait now, of course I'm just kidding about the grandpa part. No woman in her right mind would dare bear Ian's child. The first thing a girl does when she wakes up in bed next to Ian and sobers up is she leaves his apartment and does the walk of shame directly to the pharmacy to pick up the morning after pill. Ian Lawrence has been responsible for killing more babies than communist China. Ian has had some pretty good luck getting women though, but not so much luck in keeping them. Yeah, it seems like it's always a one-night stand and they never come back for more. Wow. If that's the kind of result you get from a bad performance, I can't believe your whole band didn't walk out on you. Oh, wait a minute, they did. Mikey and Brad are your replacements. All right, well, at some point during a roast, I guess it's traditional to say something nice about somebody before you go off. But I'm not done with you, motherfucker. So, in fact, I could go on all night. I could go on until... Yeah, I could go on until Brandon Biondo comes up with an outfit that doesn't involve a white V-neck.